What if your dream house, that flashy car and designer wardrobe, the one screaming, "I've made it," leave you broke, alone, and regretting every dime at 50? It's not a what if. It's the hidden trap of status spending backed by psychology, devouring millions. Stick around because today on Money Mind, we're exposing the psychology of status spending with cold, hard truths from research that will hit you like a gut punch. If this scares you into action, smash that like button right now and subscribe with notifications on. We drop these mind-blowing insights weekly to save you from financial ruin. Let's dive in. Picture Emily, a 32-year-old marketing exec in LA. She scrolls Instagram, sees influencers flashing Rolexes and Lambos, and feels that stab of envy. Before she knows it, she's dropping $5,000 on a handbag she doesn't need. Why? It's not stupidity. It's your brain on social comparison theory, proven by psychologist Leon Festinger in 1954. We humans are hardwired to measure our worth against others, especially those just above us on the ladder. Upward comparisons trigger insecurity, pushing you to spend on status symbols to feel equal. Studies published in the Journal of Consumer Research, 2011, Smith et al., show this effect spikes when people see peers succeeding on social media. Emily's not alone. It's why luxury sales hit over $1.4 trillion globally in 2025, per Bain & Company. But here's the first brutal truth. Status spending is a dopamine trap disguised as happiness. Neuroscientists at University College London scanned brains during luxury purchases. Reward centers like the nucleus accumbens light up, similar to other pleasurable experiences. That high, fleeting. Hedonic adaptation, researched by Brickman and Campbell, 1971, in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, kicks in fast. You adapt to your new BMW in weeks, then crave the next upgrade. It's why lottery winners aren't happier long-term, per their study. Real life? Meet Tyler, a tech bro in Silicon Valley. He leased a Tesla to impress colleagues, felt like a king for a month, then the payments drained his savings. Now he's stressed, working overtime, and his status car sits as a reminder of emptiness. Truth 2. These aren't just nice things. They're Veblen goods, named after economist Thorstein Veblen in 1899. Their value often rises because they're expensive and exclusive, signaling wealth through conspicuous consumption. Research published in the American Economic Review, 1998, Bagwell and Bernheim, confirms that higher prices on luxury goods can increase their perceived value as status symbols. But it's a zero-sum game. Positional goods like McMansions or first-class seats only feel good if others can't have them. In crowded suburbs, everyone's upgrading, so your edge vanishes. Take Ryan, a New York hustler grinding 2 jobs. He bought Gucci sneakers to fit in at networking events, thinking it'd open doors. Instead, the debt closed them. He missed promotions chasing the image, not skills. Now the emotional killer. Status spending fuels chronic envy and isolation. Harvard's Grant study, tracking lives over 80 years, found relationships beat wealth for happiness every time. Yet psychologist Roy Baumeister's work shows status seekers bond less deeply. They're too busy performing. fMRI scans from UC Berkeley, 2015, Morelli et al.'s Social, Cognitive, and Affective Neuroscience, reveal envy activates regions of the brain associated with discomfort, similar to the experience of physical pain. Real story. Megan, a single mom in Chicago, remortgaged her home for a designer kitchen to match neighbors' posts. Her kids saw the fights over bills, trust shattered. She ended up lonely, depressed, and bankrupt, echoing NBER papers linking luxury debt to higher anxiety rates. Deeper truth. It's amplified by scarcity bias and FOMO, per behavioral economist Dan Ariely, Predictably Irrational, 2008. Limited edition drops, like Supreme hoodies, exploit our hunter-gatherer brains fearing loss more than gaining. A study in Psychological Science, 2013, Lee et al., showed people overpay 150% for exclusive items. Immigrants like Carlos from Mexico, now in Texas, fall hardest. They chase the American dream via status to prove success back home. He financed a Rolex, posted pics for family approval, but the interest ate his startup fund. Now he's broke, resentful, and his win feels like failure. Even worse, it widens inequality traps. Economist Robert Frank's research in Luxury Fever, 1999, proves luxury spending pulls everyone into an arms race. Middle class mimics the rich, going into debt. U.S. data from the Federal Reserve, middle-income households spend more on status than savings. Brutal fact, debt stress can affect health, as longitudinal studies link financial strain with increased risk factors, including elevated stress levels. But here's where we flip it. You can break free. First solution, audit your triggers with a 7-day envy journal. Research from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology shows tracking comparisons cuts spending urges by 30%. Log every time social media stabs you, then unfollow 50 accounts fueling it. Real win. Emily did this, slashed luxury buys, and saved $10K in a year for a house down payment. Second, rewire dopamine with status alternatives. Instead of bags, invest in skills. Gym memberships or courses signal true status via competence for self-determination theory from Desai and Ryan. Tyler switched to free coding boot camps, landed a promotion, and bought his Tesla outright, no debt stress. Third, build financial firewalls, the 50-30-20 rule, backed by Elizabeth Warren's research. 50% needs, 30% wants, cap status at 10%, 20% savings, debt. Automate it. Ryan used this, paid off Gucci debt in 18 months, now mentors others debt-free. Fourth, curate real connections. Host potlucks over country club brags. Harvard study proves deep ties boost joy 2x more than stuff. Megan started a neighborhood book club, rebuilt bonds, and sold the kitchen debt. Fifth, embrace minimalism math. Calculate status cost per smile. That 5K bag? If it sparks joy 10 times max before adaptation, it's $500 smile. A Vanguard study shows experiences, travel classes, yield 5x longer happiness. Carlos pivoted to skill-sharing meetups, gained real respect, funded his business. Implement these today. Your future self will thank you. If this hit home, drop a comment. What's your worst status splurge? Share this with a friend chasing the wrong dream. Hit like if it woke you up and subscribe for more. We're building a community that chooses real wealth over illusions. Thanks for riding this eye-opening journey with me. Catch you in the next one where we unpack another money myth.